Hello everyone, my name is Jade and I am the Deaf Plus Case Manager here at VPCI. I will create content in American Sign Language or ASL and English to help teach you guys how to communicate with your deaf peers. For our first video, I wanted to discuss the 5 parameters of ASL. For a sign to be qualified as ASL, it has to meet these 5 things. So the first thing is your hand shape, the location, the movement, palm orientation, and your non-manual markers or NMM. And then we will also practice learning some signs as well. The first category is the hand shape, and the hand shape refers to how the sign looks. For example, the alphabet uses different hand shapes to showcase a sign from A to Z, and each has a unique hand shape that matches the letter in English. But we will go more in depth in another video in the future about the alphabet, and we'll practice that whole thing as well. But I just wanted to give you a little intro of what a hand shape just generally looks like. So for example, the sign yes uses the hand shape S. So this is the letter S in sign language, and this is what it looks like. And for the sign yes, it moves up and down. And then for the sign tree, the hand shape is a 5. So tree, yes, different hand shapes. Hand shapes can also be bent like this, or they can be open like the 5. So there's different ways the hand shapes can be, but again, we'll go more in depth in the future about the differences of hand shapes specifically. The second category is the location, and that is where the sign takes place. Different locations include the top of your head, the temple of your head, the forehead, your nose, your cheeks, your mouth, your chin, shoulder, chest, arm, wrist, hand, fingers, and then the signing space, which is what is in front of you. So here are examples of some different locations for the sign. So the sign summer, ugly, and dry all have the same hand shape and movement, but different locations. So summer is signed on your forehead, ugly is signed on your nose, and then dry is signed on your chin. And another location would be your chest area. The sign family is signed near your chest area and your signing space because it's kind of in front of you. Another sign would be for your eye. C is signed from the eye, and then one for your cheek would be deaf. There's 2 ways people sign deaf. They usually do down to up, or they do up to down. It's usually based on preference, what I've seen. Movement refers to how the sign moves. Movements can be bidirectional. It can be tapping in a circular motion, forward, backward, side to side, up and down, and wiggly. Here are some different examples of the different movement styles. So event would be considered bidirectional because you're going in opposite directions. So event would be like this. You start at your chest, opposite direction. So that is a bidirectional sign. And then we have school. That's a tapping sign because you're tapping on your hands. So school is 2 5s, and then you tap them together. The sign please is signed in a circular motion, please. And then we have grandma and grandpa. Those are signed forward. And then when you're signing in the past, you would do that like kind of over your shoulder, back in the past. So that sign would be backwards. A baby is signed side to side. It's mimicking you swinging a baby side to side. And then we have yes, that was an earlier example, as an up and down sigh. This represents your head movement going yes, so it's like a nodding. And then lastly, bathroom is wiggling side to side, bathroom. Palm orientation is the direction of which your palm is facing. The different palm orientations include in, out, like a horizontal, left, right, or like this way, and then toward each other, up or down. So there's different directions your palm can face. Here are examples of each type. Sorry is an example of a palm orientation inward, because when you sign yes, that's outward, but signing sorry is inward. So those are different palm orientations. The sign hello is facing outward because your palm is facing out. The sign car is an example of a horizontal because your palms are moving kind of in a horizontal way. This would kind of be both. It'd be like a palm in and horizontal because it's like shifting. The sign day would be a left palm orientation because my palm is facing the left side. Day. And then we have another sign called show. For example, this one kind of means both, but my palm is facing the right side. So show, example. The sign meet will be face to face, meet. So these are D hand shapes and they're meeting. So this represents two people meeting for the first time. They're like meeting together. So like the ones are kind of people meeting. So the palms are facing each other. And then the sign what, your palms are facing up, what. And then the sign hat, your palm is facing down, hat. Lastly, the non-manual markers are considered the grammar, the emphasis, and the contextual meaning of ASL. There are different types of non-manual markers. There are eyebrow movements, your head movements, your facial expressions, and then your eye gaze. So when your eyebrows are raised, that means for like yes or no questions. And then when your eyebrows are down, that's kind of like sometimes negative emotion, but sometimes like a rhetorical question. Sometimes they like, what question, things like that. So the eyebrows play a part on the differences between the questions. Your head nods will be affirmation. So like the sign I did earlier, yes. Your head is nodding like the sign is. And then if you're saying no, your head would shake side to side because that's saying no, but the sign is no, but you have to use both together. And then if you're uncertain about something, sometimes your head will tilt. So if you shrug, your head sometimes tilts to the side, so that just means uncertainty. And then your facial expressions involve your mouth morphemes. So mouth morphemes convey a specific emphasis. So for example, if you're describing something big, the mouth morpheme is called cha. And so your mouth would be cha, like that. You're describing something big. And then if you're describing something small, your mouth would be like in a ooh shape. So small. And then lastly, the eye gaze can be a direct, like you're looking directly at someone to emphasize focus and attention, or you can do eye gaze as a shift. So you're going in between different people talking. So you could be like signing, and your eye gaze would switch. And so non-manual markers are essential in ASL. And that is a great way to show people kind of how you're feeling, because you can sign things differently. And then your facial expressions will kind of showcase like why you're signing like that. So for example, if you're signing happy, sometimes you want to make sure you look happy. It'd be weird if you're signing happy like that, but your face is saying something else. So the sign is happy, but your face is mad. So the facial expressions go with each sign. Thank you all for watching this video about the 5 parameters of ASL. If you guys have any suggestions on future videos or any questions that you have, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can come into the office and I can help you guys as well. Thank you guys again for watching, and I can't wait to continue the series with you all.